as you might have seen in the background on some of my videos, I have a music studio as well, which has to be integrated into my workshop. So there's a lot of, again, a lot of different parts of being a maker of some kind. As a musician, I sometimes want to sing or do some vocal work for my studio. I also have people that come in and sing for me or record their singing in my studio. So it's nice to have a real sing booth or song booth. However, that takes up precious real estate, which I really can't afford at the moment. So an idea I had, which I have tried out in a prototyping phase, is a song booth which you can collapse and send into the roof. So today we are going to build that song booth, which is going to collapse down from the roof. So this is the corner which where I have prepared the beams. So the song booth will hang here and collapse down like this, so you will stand here singing. And first we need to put some insulation up top and put in the first piece of OSB board here for the roof. It's one of those strange things I have. I want the strand boards to line up according to the way I cut them. Now this is a very good sound dampener in itself, so it would actually be really good if I could leave it like that, but it always falls these little fiberglass particles, and it's definitely not good for your lungs and not for your skin either. So we're gonna contain it. With that done, we are going to use piano hinges to put it up like that and for it to fall down like that. Now, just so I don't have to stand and hold it up, I'm just gonna attach it with 2 screws. After putting this in place, I now have a problem because these are a little bit longer, and so they go into this beam. I should have thought of that, of course. But so I need to trim this beam a bit because I can't really get it up all the way. So back to the drawing board with that. So I had a prototype up before. So this is I had as a wall. It's about 2 centimeters wide or deep. So it's just hot glued, I think, or quick glued. Hopefully I can get it away again. So I thought these 2 panels for the front, and then these were like this on the sides, and they're supposed to be folded in. And so I marked all the beams. Here's one beam and there's one beam, and somehow we need to get it inside and also be able to flip it out. So at least these, there's no trouble with getting these in place. There's lots of space left, and then just see if I can find some piece that I can put here that can be folded in or put in place when it's time to sing or do a voiceover. So I found these 2. They're a bit wide. That doesn't matter, so I put them there, and there should be no trouble in having those like such. I think that will work. Or if I use these. I'll actually have these here. Long and careful thought, these are going to be there. And because it worked so good the last time, I'm just going to use super glue with activator. So I tried to get my head around how I should be able to do a mechanism to just fold these out like that, and the same on this side. But there's no space on that side, there's no space on top, and there's no space to put anything in. And then I kind of figured, you come to realize, you get an epiphany that sometimes you overanalyze and overthink things. So I'm just gonna attach 2 pieces of string here with loops, and add 2 screws here, and when I pull it down it will just lie like this, and then I just attach it like that. It doesn't have to go lightning fast. Well, I know when I have someone to come and sing, or if I want to do some sound, I can take that extra minute it would probably take maximum to just hang it like that. So that's the solution I'm going with. try this. All right. These put them there and there. Perfect. That doesn't take much longer than it would to pull out and secure some other mechanism. It's very nice in there. I'm going to have a drape behind here, I think. I have a project that will go from here and that way. That is my next project, so maybe I can put a black drape or something there. We need lighting, and with these things I find it to be nice to have some cozy factor as well. When you, as a singer or a musician, it's always nice to have that effect that you want. So I have some RGB strips, and I'm just gonna put the strip here. So the only important thing when working with these, well, one of the few important things is only cut when it says that you can cut. So there's where you have the solder joint points and also a cutting line. And then you buy one of these LED controllers, which consists of a RGB controller and a remote and the control unit. So you have 12 volts in, and then you have on those 4 pins connect to the strip, and you got light. So one thing I don't have is the connection between these 4 pins, or these 4 sockets for that matter, but I don't have that connector. So I have a small piece of sockets here that does connect to that one. So what I'll do, I'll take this one and I'll solder that. Should work to this one. Yeah, it should work. I'll twist these just a wee bit in. To get them more into where I want to solder. Another thing I will need in this case is some of this solder paste. This is needed because the heat dissipation in this is really good. So yeah, why not? So you will need to have that for the solder to take hold. Right, a locking mechanism. This is of course the simplest solution, just to quickly fix that. I would time that at not much more than a minute. There, ready to sing. So there we have it, a song booth. Really simple to set up, and it really makes a big difference for the at least not the feel of standing here singing, because you don't get any of the room echo, and also for the microphone uptake, this really dampens the sound and makes it much easier to post-process the vocals afterwards. So really simple build. If you have a workshop and want a voiceover booth or song booth and don't have the space for it, this is a perfect solution. So hope you like this. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, like it if you do like this video, and any comments you leave them below. Take care, bye.